as you can see, I've already made a few changes to the gun. I've actually had this grip, the rails that run here and here. I had this grip, bought the bipod. I bought this rail to run along the hand, or the carry handle, and the red, well, they say it's a red dot, but it's actually a red crosshair. Those are the things that I've added to it. We went to go shoot it today, since I received it about 6 p.m. Well, there's one thing I wanted to show you. This little piece right here is what I'm talking about. This little adapter, kind of like an air hose and compressed air tank. This here, sorry about my dirty hands, I haven't taken a shower from work yet, but this, you slide it down just like you were hooking up to an air compressor. It locks on. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm moving the gun with it. Okay, and then this line runs along here. Currently it is off, and I'm actually going to have to put the camera down for a second because it's really hard to screw this thing on, so hold on, just bear with me for a second. Alrighty. Alright. Now, we're attached. It's good. Line runs to here. Now here's the problem. I'm going to tighten this down and you're going to hear hissing noise. Okay. The hissing, I don't know if you can really hear it, but we'll get it close to the microphone. The hissing noise, it's coming from right here. And if I were to pull this off, which I don't want to do, because it will literally empty my tank and CO2 will go everywhere, I turn it, it still does it. It will stop at a certain point, but there's a problem with it stopping. Oh, let's start back up again. I can't constantly have it in that area because I will be moving the gun up. And as you can see, I moved again, and it's hissing again. Yeah, actually, let me put that stock out. And like I said, I don't want to pull this off because what's left of my CO2 tank will empty out into the air. I'm going to have to put the camera down again because I have to disconnect this from the tank, otherwise it'll seep out of my gun. And I really don't want it to seep out. You're going to hear a loud psst noise because it's going to be disconnecting from the tank and the hose is depressurizing. Okay, see, now we're back to nothing here. This here, and now I can safely disconnect this. If I had a way to show you a temperature of this thing, the outside temperature here, it feels like I'm grabbing a solid piece of ice. The inside's even colder because that CO2 is leaking around this outside, making this little knobby thing really, really, really loose. Other than that, this screw is loose. It's actually not really a screw, it's more of an adjustment. It holds the ball so it doesn't fall out of the barrel. I was shooting and it was double feeding and I just tightened it down. That fixed that problem. This here was loose, but I got that all tightened down and straightened out, and I had no problems other than that nipple with this. So I mean, other than this, I'm satisfied with the gun, satisfied with your guys' shipping, which I again thank you for. Got it in a really, really timely fashion. I did get to shoot it today, despite the leaky remote line, and I've tried it because you can actually, there's a screw right here that you can pull off and then unscrew this whole buttstock assembly, and I screwed my tank directly into the gun, which is, I mean, what this remote line is supposed to simulate, is your tank being run in here, and this plugs in so that you don't have to haul. I mean, honestly, look at that. And that's the buttstock fully extended, and this sticks out an extra 2 to 3 inches. But I got to fire it. It worked fine that way, other than the double feed problem, which I quickly solved. But again, this came standard. I mean, it came with the item. You guys said everything worked, but this is the only thing that does not work like it should. So like I said, that's the only problem I have, and I was just hoping maybe that we could work something out, or I don't know, because to buy a new one, I can't just buy a new nipple itself, because this is an older style nipple. I actually have to replace not the stock, not this bar here, but this round black piece here, because that goes all the way through the stock. Actually can, hold on, let me put the camera down one more time. You can actually remove the stock, but this circular piece here that this nipple screws into, here, it has threads like these. It comes together, and that is $29. I'm pretty sure I could find it locally for cheaper. Well, not really locally, 30 miles away, but because there's no paintball shops here in the town that I live in. But I really don't want to have to use this tank like that, because I was hoping, when I saw the remote line, I was actually really happy, because I already had one and it doesn't work. Also, speaking of which, with this coming off and this nipple being attached to the ooh, excuse my hiccups, being attached to this coming off, I actually had a nipple that comes up to here. Problem being that this bar here, you really can't see it where the nipple is. You can see the screw now, which is right here where my pinky is, and then this nipple here actually keeps this bar steady so it doesn't swivel at all, so that the butt stock can stay stable. I could easily remove this piece here and shove that, well, not shove, but screw in like it's supposed to, the other nipple I have, but it's not a 90-degree nipple, and it doesn't come out of here. I'd have to run the line through the end of my buttstock, but again, problem being there is this bar here and this piece here stabilizes this buttstock, so with removing this bar, it makes this buttstock useless, basically a paperweight. So, I mean, again, as I said, everything else works perfectly fine. And just in case you guys wanted to see, for, you know, shits and giggles, let me put the camera down a second. Oh, put the stock back on all the way. Alrighty. This is what the gun looks like deployed. Disregard the fish thing that I have sitting over there. This is what the gun looks like deployed. And these little bipod feet actually extend out to make it longer. This grip folds in, folds back out, as does, you've seen the bipod part fold in and out. I'll quickly show you what the sight looks like. You're not going to see anything right there until I turn it on. And there is the sight. That's the brighter setting, that's the darker setting. But that is my quote-unquote red dot sight that I have for it. So, if you guys could help me out, not really help me out, but help me resolve this remote line adapter issue that I'm having, it'd be great. So, let me know. Thank you.